This Monero Matteo video is sponsored by Cake Wallet. Safely store, send, receive, and trade your Monero on Cake Wallet on Android and iOS. What up, Monero Matteo? Welcome back. So we're talking about Monero. Today it is Monero Marketing Monday. And we're talking about some great developments going on with the crypto that are super, hyper, mega bullish. We're not going to be talking about anything going on in the world, none of the news, none of the negative stuff, which, you know, does play into our bullish case for Monero. But I want to talk a little bit about positive developments that are going on with the project itself. That's something that, to my shame, perhaps I don't focus enough on sometimes. And there are really great things going on that we should talk about. And if you guys have a business that accepts Monero, trades in Monero, reach out to me. I want to give you a shout out. We're all in this together. We're all part of the same team here. And if I could promote you and what it is you do with your business, and you transact in Monero, then you at the same time promote us, and you promote kind of just liberty worldwide, right? Because in order to really succeed in establishing a beachhead of liberty here, we need to have parallel economies. I mean, it's just become so freaking obvious with everything going on in Canada that that needs to be the case, because these people who accepted crypto up in Canada, these truckers, they didn't know what to do with it because nobody had accepted Monero that they could get gas from. They couldn't, well, I mean, one thing they could have done is they could have just traded their Bitcoin to somebody who would go into a shop and convert their cash to whatever it is that they needed to do. They could have gotten creative, but yeah, nevertheless, they had trouble offloading a lot of this money. And yes, we need to build parallel economies ASAP. We're running out of time. The more robust the network is before the clampdown really starts to happen, and we're really starting to see the clampdown beginning, the better chance that we got. And it only gets more difficult by the day. So if I were you, I would start a business. I would encourage your business to accept this stuff. Maybe go out there and just say to vendors that you meet, hey, you ought to check out Monero. It's like super cheap. It's got fast transaction times. It's totally private. And you don't have to worry about what some people worry about with Bitcoin, where they get tainted Bitcoin and then they get onto an exchange and then they get kicked off the exchange, or they get their loans called back, or they run into a lot of problems, right? You want to use Monero as the best medium of exchange that there is, right? And so yes, we need to focus more on that. But today we're going to focus more on the project, because I haven't had too many people recently reach out to me with businesses that they have which are accepting Monero. That's fine. We're going to look at a website that one of our Monero bros, I believe her name is Rita, set up, which is sort of like a Yellow Pages. It's sort of like a directory of businesses that accept Monero. It's super cool. So if you guys have Monero and you want to build the circular economy, the parallel economy, I'd go there and I'd order some stuff from those vendors. And remember, one of our great vendors is eMoney Merch. Check out the link below in the description if you want to discount a t-shirt. He's got the best t-shirts. I should be wearing one, I know, but it's just been tax day, you know what I mean? Meetings and all that stuff. And so I look nice relatively, although my shirt's inside out. I did go to boxing too, so things got crazy. But yes. Let's just get into it. Let me stop rambling, something that I do rather well, don't I? Let's get into it. This stuff's really cool, man. You guys are going to love these developments. First thing that I noticed is that the narrative is changing. This is very good for Monero. This is a big Bitcoin bro. I'm not even going to try to say his name. It's like Indian or something. Balaji S. We'll just call it that. Bitcoin is the reserve currency. Hold it. Privacy coins are transactional privacy. Use them. And he links up Monero here. He links Zcash too. Ztrash, as some people call it. Tornado Trash. Bro, why do people use this stuff? Just use Monero, dude. Again, people overcomplicate stuff. I mean, just Monero works. Use it, okay? Excuse me. But one thing that I just want to point out here, I'm not going to get into a deep philosophical thing, but the thing is with cryptocurrency, and Roger Ver makes this great point, is that, look, it needs to be used as a currency first before it's considered a store of value, right? Like, if it's not being used as a currency, then what value is it storing exactly, other than number go up because of inflation, because of, you know, its limited cap or whatever, and you're able to sucker more people into the stuff, right? I mean, privacy coins can be a store of value, ironically, even if the price is going down. You know why? Because you can accomplish certain functions with those privacy coins that you may not be able to accomplished with cash or with gold or with Bitcoin increasingly. If you can't go on the dark webs or you can't get in the black market and buy things that you need to buy, right? So even if the value is going down with privacy coins, you still have a particular value function there, which is unique to privacy coins, which is that you can transact with people and nobody knows about it. You can transact with truckers. The government's not going to find out about it. You're not going to be implicated. You could go onto the black market, which is increasingly becoming Monero first, and you could buy stuff there, and nobody knows about it. And increasingly with the shortages, with inflation getting out of control and whispers of price controls, which will make shortages worse, you may have to rely on black markets in order to get what you need, right? And so it's still a store of value to some degree, and I say this relatively speaking. I'm not like a store of value crypto person. I still think gold and silver are the best stores of value that there are, and I'll talk about that in a different video. But yeah, Bitcoin is not going to be an optimal store of value if it's not an optimal medium exchange first, at least for cryptocurrency, right? And even if it becomes an optimal medium exchange, I still think gold and silver is going to be superior. But you see the narrative changing, right? This guy, I don't think he has ever really commented in such a way, and I've been following him for a little bit, and other people are starting to say the same thing. You know, they're saying, hey, I'm just going to hold on to my Bitcoin, it's digital gold or whatever, but I think if I'm going to use this stuff as money, cryptocurrency, I'm going to use Monero, right? And so that's the first of many dominoes to fall, because more people start to use Monero. Why are you going to cash out and go into Bitcoin? What would be the point of that? Why not just keep it in Monero? Because if you cash it out to go into Bitcoin, like, what sense does that make? You're going from a private blockchain to a public blockchain to then go to a private blockchain, which is going to cost you money because the transaction fees on said public blockchain are higher than they are on the private blockchain. Like, why wouldn't you just keep in the private blockchain? This doesn't make sense. But the more that this catches on, the better. You know, it's good. So there's that. And let's get to this development with Haveno. This is really cool. They've got something new called the Engine proposal. And this is going to make it so that the CCS, which is the community crowdfunding or crowdsourcing, what does CCS stand for? I think it's community crowdsourcing or something. It's ways that Monero projects can be funded by the community, right? So here's the idea behind this. This is really cool. The idea is to send 100% of the fees paid by users on Haveno. If you're not clued in, Haveno is a private decentralized peer-to-peer exchange. It's a fork of BISC. It's going to be run on Tor. It's going to be totally private, and you're going to be able to flop your national currencies into Monero. So it's going to be like a bridge between the regulated market and the irregulated market, unregulated market. It's basically going to be like the new ATM of the new world, right? Because you're going to be able to get like your CBDC or whatever money that you're wanting to use, and you're going to be able to go into Haveno, which will give you private money that you could use anywhere, right? And so you could cash out your Monero into the CBDC or whatever government money you need to get in order to pay your taxes, pay your vendors, and then you could profit. And then you could take your profits into private crypto, and, you know, if you want to use the dark web to buy whatever nefarious thing you want to, or maybe just buy other stuff privately so that other people don't know about what you're doing, yeah, you could do that with Monero too. So that's going to be really, really key, guys. And one thing that I want to focus on, and this is the perfect time to talk about it, Monero Marketing Monday, right? We need to go to gold and silver vendors. Like, this is so key. I saw one of you reach out to Mike Maloney. That was a great idea. We need to get Mike Maloney on board. He's kind of anti-crypto, but if you talk to Mike Maloney in a language that he understands, you say, hey, look, I know gold's a superior store of value, but this Monero thing, dude, I could transfer value anywhere in the world, and it's completely private. It's completely fungible. It's better than Bitcoin. And a lot of these gold guys, they're just anti-Bitcoin. You know, they're boomers. They're like, and well, they're smart. They understand what the problems with it. But you know, you tell them like, hey, super fast transactions, and like it's totally private, and this is a way that we could exchange with each other. But you know, we don't have to be on the system to any significant degree. We don't have to have anything custodialized. That you can make a good case for that. And so, if you can transact your Monero into gold, then you can take your gold and exchange it for whatever currency that you want, because gold is always going to have value. Like, gold's base layer is human nature. Human beings are always going to value gold. Always. I don't care what any of the Bitcoin bros say. Anyone who argues against gold being a store of value is dumb. Period. The end. Gold serves as a hierarchical status symbol. Hierarchies and status is not going away anytime soon. Hundreds of ounces of gold was used in the creation of technological gadgets last year. Gold is used to flake stakes. I mean, the use cases of gold are never going away. And people just want to get more and more and more gold. Like, people will never run out of gold, right? Somebody on Monero Talk was talking about the marginal utility of gold versus other commodities. And they were comparing gold with oil, and they were saying that oil, every time that you add more oil to yourself, you're running out of space more. You're not getting the same value from that oil as you otherwise were when you first got the oil. Same thing could be said of water. Like, if you're in a desert, and you're very thirsty, the marginal value of that first bottle of water is significant because you could die. You could give your whole life savings for that first bottle of water. And then every subsequent bottle, it gets less valuable, because maybe you have enough water to get back to where you're going, and you don't really need that much more. In fact, it could start to have a negative impact because you run out of place to carry it, or it becomes too heavy or whatever. But gold, people just want more and more gold, right? Yes, to some degree, you can run out of place to store it. It could become a hassle, and that's where Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency could come in. But miners have always been mining gold. Like, we've never said at any point, hey, you know what, I think we have enough gold now. No, I mean, we just continue to mine it because there's something intrinsic about it which is valuable, that our human nature calls to want to possess. And that's never going away. And if you can transact your Monero into that, then you have basically a financial passport to whatever economic system you want to get to. And so if we can build those bridges from Monero to gold, Monero to silver, then we've got networks that will not ever be stopped. So if we have Haveno, if we have bridges to gold and silver through the dealerships, through these websites which maybe sell it, that would be very, very key, guys. Very, very key. So I get on that. So this is very good. Let me just rewind and talk about what's going on with Haveno here. The idea is to send 100% of the fees paid by Haveno to the CCS system. So CCS will be self-funding, basically, by the community through the services provided by Haveno. Like, the profits will be going to fund Monero projects. And Untraceable sums it up. We're not going to read all this because some of it gets a little technical, but check it out. The idea is to send 100% of the fees paid by users to the CCS system. That from now on we will call Engine. Engine will receive a constant stream of funds that can be used to fund Monero development. Monero will finally become self-sustaining. Bravo. Yeah, so that's key. That is key. Haveno is just going to be so groundbreaking, dude. I cannot understand this, dude. I cannot understate this, bro. It's going to be awesome. So that's going on. And they say on their website that they're going to be wrapping up development near the end of 2022. Oh, here's some more info. This is interesting. BISC, which is what they're forking off of, the revenue in the month of January is about $66,000. In Haveno, the entire amount will be sent to Engine, but the HCT, I'm not sure, what is the HCT? I'm not sure. Will request half the amount through the Engine proposal. This means about $33,000 will be available to funding to whatever the community thinks should be funded to push Monero and Haveno forward. Yeah, that's pretty cool. They think that BISC is massively underperforming, and we believe Haveno could dwarf their numbers in the future. Probably. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, so you're talking about maybe after a couple of years, hundreds of thousands of dollars just being flooded into Monero and its development to like make Monero unstoppable and immortal, maybe. Just immortal, bro. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's move on. Riot. This guy's cool. He's like a DJ, dude. Go follow Riot. He's doing awesome stuff. Crypto anarchist, software developer, smart, bro. Cool, bro. He made an awesome website, and this is called Monerica. Great name. And this is the directory, the yellow pages I was talking about, with everybody accepting Monero. I mean, this is the parallel economy, guys. This is where you go. Like, if your granny likes Monero, dude, she's going to love the new yellow pages of 2020, although she's maybe not going to like what's going on here and maybe some of the other things on the dark web, right? Oh, let's go. Okay, so precious metals, dude. Oh, this is so key, bro. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. This list needs to quadruple, or it needs to 10x. So Money Metals, they accept Monero. They're located in Idaho. Velt Gold is located in Wyoming. Dude, I love Idaho and Wyoming. Do we not love Idaho and Wyoming? Swiss Gold, located in the United Kingdom. They accept Monero too. So that's super key, guys. That's just unbelievably key. But let's go to the top of the list. Let's see what's going on. Guns and Bitcoin. I guess you could buy guns with Monero. That's kind of cool. E-money merch was added recently. You could buy some shirts. Design services in London. I think we talked about that one in the recent Monero Marketing Monday. Yeah, you could get some food, gratuitous coffee. That's Doug's coffee thing. That's cool. Crew honey. You can get some honey, bro. Yeah, we need some more food and drink on here, dude. Come on. If you make cookies or something, bro, you need to get on to this website. Digital goods. That's cool. So some books. You could gamble. I would never gamble my Neros, bro. Never. Marketplaces, medical. Oh, that's kind of interesting, right? You could get mushroom spores, I guess. That's pretty trippy. Cool. Some merchandise. Yeah, I mean, this is just so key. A lot of VPNs and stuff. So, yeah, we need this to expand by orders of magnitude. Let's get that going, guys. Let's get that going. Anything else down here going on? KYC exchanges. We don't like those. Oh, here are some atomic swap exchange. So yeah, dude, I mean, this is just getting wild. YouTube channels, bro. We got Kevin Wad. We got the Monero Community Working Group. You got yours truly. Let's go. Open Economy Initiative, Monero Talk. Your favorite channels, right? Your favorite channels. So, yeah, this is super awesome, dude. You're awesome, Riot. Thank you so much. Go check out that website. Moving on. Guys, this is very bullish Monero. I know I probably just spooked you guys out. We were talking about mushroom spores earlier. I think that this dude is probably their biggest customer, Vitalik Buterin. Look at what he's wearing, bro. And everyone's commenting on Twitter, my entire net worth is invested in this man right here. Is he a man? He looks like a therianthropic figure. He looks like one of those people that they carved into the stone in those caves. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on with this guy? Yeah, that's wild. And this guy, let's not get into it. God bless you, Vitalik. Here's my Twitter. Go follow me. I don't know why I have that up. This is key. Check this out. Monero says no. This is a great video. Posted by Mono Crypto. I like you, Mono. He has a great talk on Monero Talker. Check it out. Yeah, so that's pretty tight. Some pretty good beats going on there, dude. I dig it. Speaking of the trucker thing, dude. This is Monero Bro, Monero Matteo. What's up? This is he. Yeah, so this is something you want to check out. Because it's not necessarily me, it's Zaptosis who put in this work. I've got Zaptosis' page put up here, but dude, this was a major win. And I'm about to show you why. Because a lot of the people who donated Bitcoin, a lot of the people who accepted Bitcoin, they're getting like screwed right now. If they're not getting screwed, like literally by the government, they're sweating. They're not having a good time. As we said, if you're donating to political dissident movements with non-private crypto, you're just not going to have a good time, dude. You're not going to have a great time. But yeah, that was a huge win. A huge win from the Monero Bro Battalion. We made it so that people could privately donate to this stuff. So key. That's going to be the future, guys. Monero is going to be the future of donating to political dissident movements, whether you like them or not. That's just what's going to be what's happening, and that's what's going to need to be what happens, because what goes on in Canada here is going to be a model for the future. And dude, they're not even getting started apparently with all the Bitcoin addresses that they're looking into and that they're freezing. And they're not actually freezing them, but they're basically saying, hey, any transactions that come from this Bitcoin wallet are going to be tainted. So if they go to a centralized exchange, as you're about to see, their exchange is going to get shut down. And because their centralized exchange has their KYC information, they could have criminal problems. So this is from the Samurai Wallet. Check it out. It is absolutely essential that any truckers who received Bitcoin yesterday from Hong Kong HODL do not attempt to cash out using a centralized exchange. So what are you going to do? Are you going to just flush it through BISC? Are you going to coin join it? Well, if you coin join it, it's still going to be a mess when you put it on the exchange. Because even if you come from a mixer and you put it onto an exchange, they're going to know that you used a mixer and they could shut your account down that way. That's been well documented. So where are you going to go, right? Where are you going to go? You can go to local Bitcoin or something like that. But, dude, I mean, who is going on local Bitcoin to pay cash for tainted Bitcoins? Because if you're selling your Bitcoin on local Bitcoin, dude, you know that stuff's got some dirty on it, some of that dirt. Like, why would you want to do that? Unless, like, you know, they're giving it to you for super cheap. I mean, that could be what's going on. Who knows what the deal is? And those people maybe just know how to atomic swap into Monero, but then it turns into a hot potato thing. Like, what Monero bro is going to want to atomically swap their lovely Monero for a bunch of crap like that? This is a fungibility problem, guys, in a nutshell. These funds are subject to a Monerica injunction, and violation of that order is a criminal act. So basically, the Monerica injunction is the whole freezing of the accounts thing. It's the tainting of the Bitcoin. Anyone who touches this stuff or helps these funds be facilitated gets caught up in a criminal situation. So moving on, unfortunately, because of the way the organizers decide to distribute these funds with static known addresses and obvious structuring links on the Bitcoin blockchain, all the source addresses and many of the distribution addresses are specified in this injunction. Right. So we hear so much about Bitcoin privacy, dude. Like, nobody knows about this stuff, dude. Nobody knows about it. And they're not going to learn either. I'll show you here in a sec. There have already been several movements of the distributed funds to centralized entities like Crypto.com and Coinbase. This is bad news since both of those entities have your ID and both have a duty to comply with legal requirements in countries they do business in. So, dude, you literally got out of the frying pan into the fire. Coinbase, that's MasterCard. Crypto.com, that's Visa. Look into who owns these companies, seriously. Yeah, so you like had the World Economic Forum Canadian government crack down on your crypto wallet, and then you wanted to take it to a service provider which has been bought and sold by the World Economic Forum in order to say, can I please have my money back? Yeah, that's not how this works, guys. You're in a new world, okay? Additionally, the organizers of the distribution are planning on uploading proof of the truckers receiving these funds in the form of photos and videos of the trucker faces. Please don't do this. I mean, oh my gosh. I can't believe this is going on. Additionally, the organizers of the distribution are planning on uploading proof of the truckers receiving the funds. Now, I get it. You want to make sure it's not a scam. But, dude, you're going to post photos and videos of the truckers' faces, which is going to link them to their Bitcoin wallets, which is going to implicate them in criminal activity. Dude. And it's not only going to implicate the truckers in criminal activity, the people who donated to this cause are going to be implicated in this too. So, dude, what a mess. What a freaking mess. But yeah, dude, this is... Why would you expect anything different? Why would you expect anything different, dude? You could have just told people to use Monero. People who hear the word crypto, what do they think? They think Bitcoin. When they think Bitcoin, they think of, oh, private digital money. Cool. It's not what it is. And assuming that people are going to look into how to do this stuff privately, assuming that people don't know how bad the privacy is, they don't know that it's worse than a bank account, because on a public blockchain ledger, nobody needs a warrant to look into what's going on there, and they can use that information against you in a court of law. There's a precedent for that, which is not the case for a bank account. They need a warrant. They need to have just cause in order to get into that stuff and look at it. And even then, because it's not a public blockchain, I mean, it's not going to give you as much information, literally. So it's like, dude, people don't know this stuff, dude. And when you advertise Bitcoin as a way to donate to stuff like this, dude, you're going to get people screwed. You're going to screw people, dude. And why are you going to screw people? It's because you want the tendies, man. Or you just don't understand the stuff yourself. But they try to rationalize this, and they try to comfort the conscience, which knows deep down that they just screwed people, that, oh, I have a privacy guide. They could have read my privacy guide. They could have looked into how to coin join, how to surf through the Lightning Network. Come on, dude. Come on. We live in a world of simple people. I'm a simple person. I'm not a tech person. I am the poster boy for Monero because I am an idiot when it comes to computer stuff. That's why I need Monero. I'm not reading your privacy guide, dude. I don't care about your privacy guide. I'm not spending an extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or however long it takes to learn this stuff. I'm just going to use Monero, period, the end. It's easy. It's not that complicated. Now, I've done the research. I'm not like a total doofus, but, it's like most people are going to be that way, dude. They just want something that works. They don't want to, like, have to look into, the arcane tombs in the towers, right? So, Rafael Laverde, he pretty much echoes this. He says, Bitcoin is never a privacy coin. Bitcoin never was and never will be a privacy coin. Stop lying to people. I'm going to start calling maxis out by name if they continue to spew lies about Bitcoin being private. Yeah, guys, it's a serious problem. You should just say that Bitcoin is a transparent blockchain, and some Bitcoin bros are saying this. They're being honest. They are saying that, hey, Bitcoin's going to be totally KYC. Look out. Hey, you should know that whatever Bitcoin transaction you make, you should just expect it to be surveilled and linked back to you. You should just expect this. Like, Bitcoin bros are coming out and being honest about that. They're even saying, like, hey, this stuff isn't fungible. It's basically an NFT. But there's still a Bitcoin maxi. I don't even understand it anymore. But that's what they're saying, dude. Some are being honest. Some others are just not, though. They're just throwing it out there. Oh, Bitcoin fixes this. Literally, it's going to fix your gaping hole that you have when you get thrown in jail. So check this out. The prime example, Exhibit 1. Matt Antar, he says, ugh. He starts out with, ugh. Bro, we could just avoid this pain that you have. Use Monero. He says, ugh, I have Bitcoin, but I have no idea what any of this is or how to keep it private. I was always bad at tech. Dude, I understand it, man. And then this dude who comments, he's like, oh, by the way, let's just read what he was responding to. This guy, James Fowler, he says, I just learned something unnerving from Odell. He says, after you coin join your UTXOs, your unspent transactions, your Bitcoins basically, your privacy slowly degrades over time as other participants in the mix inappropriately mingle their doxic change. What does doxic mean? And thereby reduce the anonymity set. You have to keep coin joining to stay private. Dude. Ugh. I just had the same reaction to this guy. He literally typed it out though. Ugh, dude, I get it, man. Why bother? Why bother, bro? Just use Monero. It's so simple. And I've been here. Let me pull this up for you guys. I knew there was a reason. I just had a random page pulled up on my Twitter. Check it out. Let me see if I can pull up this picture, dude. This sums it up perfectly. By the way, Lightning Labs was featured on the World Economic Forum website. And I know the lady came out to try to defend herself. It doesn't matter to me. They posted it on their website, which essentially means they endorse it, okay? Whether they're actually partners or not, even though they've had dinners, it seems, it doesn't matter. The World Economic Forum said, hey, Lightning Network, totally cool with us. Think of that what you will. I don't like the sound of it. Let's see. So check it out. We need more of this, guys. So this guy's trying to propose a solution. Michael Corleone, he says, nah, just buy non-KYC Bitcoin from somewhere like Bisq or mine it in self-custody using privacy best practices, or CoinJoin your existing bag with Whirlpool and use a wallet with coin control going forward. Okay, so literally hieroglyphics for a Twitter post. And then Monero Man comes in as a total G, bro. He just says, or simply use Monero, right? Got ratioed. Or just simply use Monero. I love it, dude. So check it out. Here's another example. This is from Ragnar. I love that name, dude. Ragnar. You guys ever see Vikings? What a great show. Playtime is over. Do your best to self-custody, coin join, use paynims, acquire non-KYC coins, store your seed phrase backups intelligently, practice good general online privacy and security practices, and then in 4 words, also start using Monero. Dude, that's all you had to say. Dude. Again, this goes back to evolution. Evolution favors that which is most efficient. Because Monero can solve this privacy fungibility problem the most efficiently and can encourage people to use crypto in a more efficient way, because it has cheaper transaction fees, it's faster than Bitcoin on the base layer, so you don't have to get uploaded to any layer 2 stuff, which is inherently more complicated. You don't need to... It's going to win. It has a serious competitive evolutionary advantage over Bitcoin. People don't understand this stuff. Moving on. Yeah, we talked about that. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, we talked about that. Anything else to talk about? So he's just another bro waking up. Batbot, some random bro. He says, let me get this straight. If I donate Bitcoin to a cause that my government happens to dislike, they can mark my wallet address, make the funds virtually impossible to spend, and prosecute me if they happen to have KYC info on my wallet, which they probably do. I mean, everything's moving towards KYC. Sounds broken. Sounds very broken, he says. Yep, totally. And I said, yes, use private cryptos, my friend. Give Monero a look. Guys, I mean, you can do so much good by just commenting to these guys, just saying, hey, look, crypto is not supposed to be like this. We still have the crypto spirit alive in Monero. Don't look at the price. Don't look at the market cap. Doesn't matter right now. Like, one of the theories that I have as to why Monero is not to the top 10 is like, dude, you look at this right here. Okay, you look at this, bro. You look at Charles Hoskinson. You look at Satoshi Nakamoto, the legend, the myth. There are faces to these cryptos. There's a religion to it, essentially. And I'm going to talk more about that next week, hopefully on Sunday for the Sunday stream. We're going to talk about why Bitcoin and its community has turned into a kind of religious phenomenon. And there are many legitimate elements and arguments to be made for this, especially if you look at Michael Saylor's tweets. I mean, the guy's a total demon, bro. But yes, I mean, people look at this stuff religiously. Like, they have a savior complex when it comes to Bitcoin. Oh, hyper-Bitcoinization is going to happen. That's like Jesus coming back, right? Hyper-Bitcoinization, when everyone accepts Bitcoin. Then we're going to have world peace, people say, even though Russia and Ukraine literally adopted Bitcoin 5 days ago, and now they're at war with each other, right? So it's like, you got that, and then you got like the virgin birth of Bitcoin from Satoshi Nakamoto, who people say everywhere he's like God, right? As crazy as that is. And then, I guess stacking sats is like a form of tithing, I've seen people say. And so there is like a religious element to this, you have to understand. And to some degree, that's what feeds the meme, right? Like, when Elon Musk came out in support of Dodge, he became the face of Dodge. And that's why Dodge went nuclear. Like, people form communities around a human element. Like, we as human beings are made for worship. That's something that I've had a revelation about recently, like going to the church as long as I have and committing to the praying and fasting the best that I can, not trying to be prideful or anything like that or zealous. I'm just saying, I've come to understand that human beings are made for service of something higher. Like, it's just part of our nature. And so in this secular society, you're just going to have people, if they don't have God, if they don't have church or a community, just get sucked into stuff like this. They are. Because they are already, by their nature, conditioned to serve and worship something higher than themselves. And if they see problems in the world getting worse, they're going to latch on to something that they think could make it better, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's, the stabbies in regards to the whole Kufa thing, which itself was kind of like a religion, right? Your stabby is sort of like your Eucharist of sorts. And, these other things, right, that they think is going to save the world. Trump, people thought Trump was going to save the world. I mean, they had a savior complex for him. Just everyone has an external thing out there that they want to worship, that they want to think is going to save the situation. In our secular society, it's not God, unfortunately, and that's why we're about Christ and crypto on a channel. We really need to go back to God, but not to get too deep into that. That's all I gotta say, guys. That's all I gotta say. I hope that you guys enjoy Monero Marketing Monday. Some updates. I've got to do some overtime with taxes. We're just getting swamped right now. One of our bros just had a baby, which is a really good thing. We're very happy for him, but he's taking the week off, so I'm having to pick up some of that. So I'm not going to have as much time to make videos as I otherwise would have liked, unfortunately. I'm still going to try to do the best I can because there's so much going on in the world right now, and I have to keep the pressure on. I have to keep updating you guys on everything that's going on, and I hope that more people get out there to talk about this stuff. So important, so important. So that's it, Monero Matteo. If you want to help support the channel, check us out on Patreon. Josh, Ken, Lutz, and Ronan, thank you for supporting the channel. Go check us out over there if you want to support the channel yourself or donate to the links to the addresses below for all of our lovely private cryptos. Check out our social media, Gab, Odyssey especially, and the Telegram for the updates on what's going on. I try to put stuff out there which is unrelated to Monero in many cases, the base takes, And I think that's it. Thank you all for continuing to support the channel however you do it. And hopefully Monero will continue to rise and people will begin to wake up and freedom will reign. Glory to God. That's all I got to say, Monero Matteo. God bless you. Bye-bye.